Puyo Puyo.
Pretty nice Puyo start here.
All right, Bonkler looks like he's going for a GTR. Martin kind of looks like he's improvising.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody who has a sense of how to chain, but maybe doesn't know a whole lot of patterns. Either that or he's just going for a whole bunch of harassments.
That's a nice little 3-chain, and that'll land in Puyo before the swap. Covers up his options for next time. We'll see what they have in Tetris in store. Oh, that is a little awkward T-spin. That'll get.
Hey, it's not awkward at all. Like, it's a double-double. Oh, but he didn't. Yeah, he didn't have a plug, so it's it just was a T-spin single.
Almost misses that one too, but it still is a lot of garbage.
So I'm not sure if teabag or just misrotation.
I think, yeah. Martin kind of blocking himself off with that yellow as well. Feels like he wants to build longer, but he needs to dig out a little bit as well.
How interesting.
So close to being a longer chain. That's another.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Again, both players definitely have a sense of chaining in Puyo. Martin doing a pretty good job at harassing Bonkler enough to throw him off of his lengthier patterns.
But the Tetris is looking pretty lopsided.
I feel like both players just kind of scrapped some plans they had there at the end of Tetris.
Yeah. This right side of the board from Bonkler looks almost pretty solid, but the amount of colors he has are just not quite what he needs.
Decent 3-chain coming, and that's really going to plug whatever Bonkler has.
Yeah, he needed to set off those reds.
Either that or just delay the garbage to Tetris.
Trying to set up for a T-spin here. O-block really big annoying there. He does get the double, but I don't think it's enough.
Beautiful.
That's a crucial misplace from Martin, that I block to the side. But he has the purples to dig. Bonkler's still in it here. He gets enough reds as well. Almost doesn't put them together.
That's a good 3-chain dig.
That might seal the deal here. The Tetris looking.
Yeah, I know Martin has nothing to build upon, and Tetris is looking rough.
Bonkler almost has another T-spin double set up. Now it's finished. As soon as he gets the T-block.
No, he's committing to the T-spin so...
It's taking a while.
Yeah, he's committing to the T-spin so hard that look at all of the pieces he has to throw away on top of the stack. But he recognized that he was about ready to KO him anyway, so that T-spin double was all he needed.
Tetris!
Another Tetris start here. Both players seeming like they take a little bit to decide what they're going to start with on Tetris. And then getting into it is a little bit faster here. Bonkler, though, trying to figure out how he can turn this into a T-spin setup. Maybe one.
Okay, that was technically a T-spin, but...
Mini T-spin.
That's a frustrating thing over there on the Bonkler's Tetris board, where you have the piece in place to plug the hole you wanted, but it's not going to clear anything, so it's just going to poof away.
Yeah. And then you don't get it anymore.
The worst situation for you to be in for that kind of thing to happen is when you have the T block dropping into the hole you need the T-spin to, but you don't have that last split second to rotate it.
Yep.
3-chain from Martin.
Beautiful.
Bonkler thought he was getting a longer chain there too, but it didn't work out. It could have been another T-spin single if Bonkler went for it, but now that looks really awkward, that hole in the middle. It is a nice T-shaped hole, though, if he can dig down to it and make it a triple.
Right, and Bonkler was smart there. He had the T-spin set up ready, and he had the T-piece coming, but again, like I just said, he didn't have enough time to actually put the T-spin in its place, so he just swapped it into the hole box to utilize it right when they get back.
Now then. How interesting.
He doesn't really want to eat that in Tetris either. He will defend against it.
Ooh, close. Yeah, Bonkler seems to hit the wrong rotation button like fairly often, but always corrects it.
So now he's going to try. Oh, okay. Scraps that T-spin triple in favor of the combo instead. And now this is getting to the margin time error, I think.
Yeah, it's got to be close. The margin timer is 96 seconds in versus mode, and I'm fairly certain that it's double that in swap. I did do some testing on it,
How interesting.
although I didn't
Beautiful.
time it out exactly. Oh, that was a very strong 3-chain.
Nice T-spin double setup.
Bonkler should have tanked the damage from that Tetris, and then after doing that, get the T-spin, because his only hope of winning right now is to top him out now. I guess I shouldn't say only. I don't remember what pieces he had coming on Puyo, but
It doesn't look good.
yeah, it's up to chance right now. He could have done it. He had enough greens to do it. But maybe he just wasn't aware that he could spin pieces over the top.
Puyo Puyo.
All right, so it looks like Bonkler, having lost the last round, is going for a stair combo.
Yeah. It looks pretty nice so far.
Now then.
And that's the purple's placed
How
correctly.
interesting.
Has to break it up there.
Yep.
He probably could have salvaged it, but there's too many of the
that
same
was-
colors here.
It was so close to an all clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet Bonkler's thought process behind that is he tried to go for the more complicated GTR setup last time, wasn't able to fully capitalize on it, so go for something that's more solid and reliable to see if you can just get your damage like right away. It's the difference between, you know, trying to style on your opponent and then just sticking with your tournament combos.
And he still has the semblance of a stair here.
Yeah, like that.
Now then.
If that purple would have been placed upside down, he probably could have triggered it.
But there goes the trigger. He needed that yellow down there.
Yep.
And now it's completely blocked off. He'll have to clear the purples, which gets rid of the stair.
Now then.
It's unfortunate.
Beautiful. How interesting. Gorgeous.
I feel like tonight I'm going to have to study a lot of high-level Puyo patterns just to be able to recognize them on site so I know what people are doing tomorrow on commentary. It's going to be fun.
I mean, just watching all these matches has helped me a lot, actually.
Yeah, because it's like it's not at such a ridiculous pace that we can't keep up.
Cutting off a 2-chain from Bonkler there.
I feel like it's been happening so consistently. Like he spends all of the time on the Puyo swap digging out to where he needs to set up his trigger, and then right when he gets there, he just gets put back to square one. Meanwhile, Martin Stack on Tetris looking very clean, ready for the Tetris.
I'm taking Puyo, but oh, that's rough.
And again, Tetris on swap is a great harassment. Bonkler has such little room to work with, and he just tops himself out.
Gravity was my ally.
And that's actually the first round going to Martin there.
Puyo Puyo.
Bonkler going for stairs again. Let's see if he has the time to finish it this time around.
Doesn't look great. He's capping himself out there with the yellows on the greens.
Or maybe
But
he's trying to
other than
think of like clearing out the yellows before he fills that column any further. But
Now
it's
he's turned around.
Yeah, now it's getting to the point where, oh yeah, you might be.
He gets the 3.
Yeah.
And that's okay on the swap if you can get something swap. Once again, he does that weird.
Yeah, it looks like he's
T-spin
setting up the double-double, but it looks like he might have capped it off in a way he didn't intend. Yeah, I bet he didn't have the right bet he thought his whole piece was his active piece or something, because I think you're supposed to tap that off with the square. I didn't exactly see how he made that misdrop.
Now back on Puyo.
I feel like this has to be a really frustrating match for Bonkler, because I can see so many instances where like his game plan is clear, but he either makes a misdrop or Martin cuts him off at just the right time.
Yeah.
How interesting.
And there's constant harassment from Martin, too. This one will land in Tetris. Bonkler not able to set up any of the T-spins that he was doing earlier either. There's one.
Yep.
Beautiful.
And there is another double as well, almost set up for next time. Nice 2 combo. Martin has one of his own, but it's not as strong. Oh, that swap combo got rid of that whole line.
I know that single swap got rid of almost an entire line of garbage. That's interesting.
That's some nice sandwiches, though, on the side of Bonkler, and he's going to swap it over into Tetris.
Bonkler takes the T-spin for a single.
With the swap combo, I feel like it was worth it.
Yeah.
There's almost the setup for another. He might just go for it.
You might just want to take the single, because it's at the point where you can't really afford to make more holes. You just got to remember he has that eyepiece on hold to fill in that center well when he gets back.
And all these purples Bonkler does not want. Yellow's a little bit better. This needs a red. That's not exactly where you wanted it, but.
Yep.
But now it's not looking the best. There's a T-spin setup.
He's committing to those T-spins so
Might be a little
hard.
too late. That misdrop could seal it here.
That is so ugly.
A nice 2-chain.
Yeah, power 2 with a swap bonus. Sends a rock.
Yeah, that's margin time as well, I think.
Oh, that's so rough. Does he have any pieces to work with when he goes back to Tetris?
I doubt it. It's 6 wide he needs to fill. It starts with the S. That's rough. That's really bad.
Oh, no.
Gravity was my ally. Puyo Puyo.
Bonko once again trying to figure out what he's doing at the start. Straying away from the stairs, it feels like he's tried them a lot, but they haven't ever worked out really.
Yeah. It feels like he always gets halfway there and then has to cut it short.
Has to defend with his 2-chain of his own. Really not having the resources to build an offense of his own.
How interesting.
It's a start. Oh, good through it. I thought that was looking like a triple T-spin.
Some indecisive stacking over on Bonkler's side, but basically cleans up whatever garbage he had quite nicely.
Some more early harassment, really cutting off Martin's Puyo.
Both players in general go for like short, consistent attacks.
How interesting.
And because they're pretty evenly matched and not really going for like one-hit kill moves, it seems like almost every round is making margin time relevant.
Or just errors relevant.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even the fact that they went long, it's just it went long enough that one of them made an error.
Like, yeah, death by 1,000 cuts. Odd choice to plug that gap. He doesn't care about making his stack clean for Tetris. He just wants that T-spin.
Yeah. Although the 3 clear isn't too shabby either.
Now then. How interesting.
It's a lot of garbage. Yeah, he has to set that off, I feel like. Still gets a whole line.
How interesting.
And another. Blocking off Bonkler a lot. He really needs that eyepiece. It won't give him a Tetris clear. You see, he wanted to save that T-block for a spin. But
Gorgeous.
really, really needed to use it here.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now.
It is really interesting to see how that is the prime thing on his mind in Tetris,
Yeah.
is to go for spins.
It's like the T-spin at the expense of whatever else is happening on a stack. But it's really, like, if you have, like, if you're not halfway up the screen yet, that's usually not a problem by any means.
Well, they're just digging a little bit. Neither Puyo board really offering too much offense.
How interesting.
So I'm once again thinking about how he could turn that into a T-spin, but decides just for the well instead. And now he's in an awkward spot and he needs that eye block.
Yeah, he can.
It's so bad.
Oh! That's rough.
It's always one away, too. when you
Yeah,
do stuff like
like
that.
consistent.
How interesting.
It makes use of the swap combo kind of nicely.
And his Puyo looks very, very clean now. The start of a stairs here.
It's just when he gets back to Tetris, he just has to focus on the down stack.
He really needed to save that eye as well. That's the start. It's looking not too great, not too bad anymore.
Yep.
Beautiful. How interesting.
He wants to save it for the Tetris. That's a little risky,
Beautiful.
His Puyo just looking so much cleaner than Martin's at this point, though.
Yep.
All that scattered garbage throughout.
Now then.
That's hard to clear.
Well, can he take this stack and convert it into real damage, though?
Now then.
I feel like they're both still just stuck on pretty small harassments.
Eventually, though, those two chains turn into 5 lines. Just a matter of time and who has the better hand
board
once
when
it gets
yeah.
there.
Gorgeous.
He's better set up to use it once it gets to that point.
Perfect.
Back to form for Bonkler. Throwing away that S, that's fine.
If Martin remembers that he has the perfect piece in his hold queue to clear the top 3 lines of his stack, then that Tetris board isn't as dangerous as it looks right now. But he definitely has to remember it, and he has to seal Bonkler off from doing anything dangerous to him on the swap. And that's going to sting a little bit. Oh, no. Yeah. To even had a shot, he would have had to swap out for his whole piece and just clear a whole lot of lines.
Puyo Puyo.
Getting a nice stair set here.
So it looks like he's starting to trigger it from the left. He just has to remember not to plug that left column.
Yep.
Now then.
And he gets another red, so that is the completed stairs essentially. But now
He
he
has
needs
no
a trigger.
green, so he just eats up part of his chain to fight it.
Yep. Nice
When he
garbage.
probably could have just stalled the Tetris. Looks like he's setting up the double-double. Yeah, he has it. He has it. Well,
Now he
needed
has
to
it,
play
yeah,
that.
okay. And he has it ready for next time, and it'll
Again,
be
smartly
back to
saving
back.
the T-piece at the last minute to make sure that he can fit it in there in time. And again, like, eats up what he had of his stair starter just to try and fight off the garbage that was going to fall on him.
Now then. How interesting.
There we go, this back-to-back T-spin double.
Gorgeous. How
Bonkler's stack was starting to get a lot of deep, like 2 and 3 hole deep chasms that he's trying to figure out how to plug without making things worse.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Never mind. Why bother with that when you can T-spin? Oh, he's gonna. That's gonna clear a line. That piece is going to persist.
Yeah.
And that makes the top of his Tetris stack so messy.
How interesting.
Although if he gets the Z piece,
Yeah, he can definitely Z-spin something in that to cover it.
but there's still that hole in the one line.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good chain though. A 3 chain at this point in the game
Yeah.
would be a lot. Oh, it eats in Tetris, so that doesn't matter. And it's in a line too. That's almost worse.
Yeah, he didn't know how to spin it, I guess. Oh my god!
It's a double.
Oh, perfect clear!
Perfect clear. Wow.
He was my ally.
That was a nice finish. Yeah.
Martin, DTD, the perfect clear finish.
Yeah, it was. It was. Okay. Yeah, it's weird like how much Tetris has changed over the years too. Yeah, that is basically a T-spin. If you do that in clear lines by doing it, you get a pretty good damage boost.
Like a lot.
Like, if
A
you
lot.
clear 2 lines with a T-spin, that's the same as clearing 4 lines with a Tetris. Those two things send the same amount of garbage. So if you're really good at T-spins, you can basically do the same amount of damage for half the number of blocks. But if you can just do Tetrises really fast, then you can keep up with somebody who can't do T-spins really fast. Yep. It's like you cut him off so many times when he was like one piece or blob away from what he needed, and he had just a horrible time like getting the damage that he was trying to build. Good stuff.
Congratulations, you're in top 8.
All right, Sensei's stepping back up, so let's see who he's up against.
I'm a little scared it's Steelix.
Let me go find out.
Yeah. Sure, we'll do it. Yeah, it's fine.
I think I'm on the same side of the bracket as Steelix.
Oh no.
Don't even worry about it.
It's gonna be Sensei versus
Nah, it
Steve
was
Sensei.
empty. You know what I should have done? I should have strategically thrown a match, one match earlier than winter semifinals, so I could make a top 4.
Bracketeering at its finest.